What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. Yeah, you can take out an exorbitant amount, but if you took that time to say you go to college on and you don't get a full roster, you don't get any scholarships, you got to take out all loans. You get that first refund check. Let's say your refund check about $2,500, right? While I went to school, and where a lot of us go to school, refund check day is pretty much a holiday. Ain't nobody in class. Everybody goes to the mall, they buy it like this, and then within a week and a half, 2 weeks, they broke again. How? You should not, like that should not happen. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I knew the concept of saving. I was able to keep like a $1,500 refund check for the full semester, and then have about $200 when, you know what I'm saying, to carry me over between semester changes. So you know that time frame just before you get, you know, your next refund check, I was able to do that shit. But had I had the knowledge base, you feel what I'm saying, I would have did something like bought a small course on investing for like $300. You feel what I'm saying? Studied that shit, spent all the time practicing it. You know what I mean? Learning the ins and outs of that shit, and then started putting my money into different things. You feel what I'm saying? And constantly adding to it. Learning how to take in, learning about dividends, learning all of these different skill sets in between time. College is a very foundational piece, and that's something they don't put in there. Like, if you're taking out loans, you should be studying something, how to invest this money. You're not saving your way out of this shit. You're not saving your way out of this shit. Hell no, you can't save your way out of debt. You gotta earn out of debt. Like, you feel me? And then you gotta earn a significant amount of money outside of that. Like, one thing that, you know, when I was in med school, before, you know what I'm saying, before I left, motherfuckers kept assuming, you know, yeah, you'll be a doctor. You can't pay that shit back, yo. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. It doesn't make sense. Like, mathematically, it's not sound. It doesn't make sense, bro. You can't do the shit. You feel me? Let's say you take out loans at a 6% interest rate, and you accumulate loans of up to above $250,000. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, yeah, you graduate and shit. They try to make it seem like you're gonna be some top doctor. No, you gotta fall in line. You probably gonna make about 160, 190 before taxes. They take that shit out, you probably bring it home like 110. You feel what I'm saying? $110,000. Whoa, that's still a lot of money. Okay, now you gotta divide that by 12. And then you gotta break that down according to the interest rate. It's still accumulating the entire time you're paying. You got your lights, you got your water, you got your kids, you got all of this shit building up. You can't pay that shit back though. You can't. You can't. You just pay on it forever. You feel what I'm saying? But the investing part, the money part, the understanding of the money is not there. That's not a wise investment. You feel me? It's not a wise investment. If your education, like, you know what I'm saying, this is where money is, like, the understanding of money is important. Let's take it back to the metaphor of the car. But now let's put it to education. You dig what I'm saying? Your education costs, let's say it costs $50,000 a year. You feel what I'm saying? You go to you want to get your prestigious degree. You feel me? You want to get your prestigious degree. You go to one of these Ivy League schools and shit, these PWIs or whatever it is, just so you can have that clout. But now you're paying $45,000 to $50,000 a year, right? So let's just keep it at 50 because we're gonna do it by 4. You finish in your 4 years, you do everything you're supposed to do. You graduate with $200,000 worth of debt to get a fucking job that you're making $75,000 a year. That don't make sense, but you're not taught that. You're taught, oh yeah, you have a good education. That wasn't a good education. That was a hustle. You got fucked, literally. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not even making a salary to pay this shit back. You have the salary to pay on it, to stay in debt for the rest of your life, to stay stressed out, to stay all this. Like, the older generation, they get on my fucking nerves with this bullshit because they always say, you know, well, you guys just aren't working hard enough. I was able to pay my tuition with a summer job. Motherfucker, we gotta go to school full-time and work full-time jobs just to stay in school. And still take out loans. It's not that we're not trying, we're trying too fucking hard. You feel me? And it's no leverage for us. But y'all motherfuckers, you know, berating us, telling us we're not doing enough. There's nothing we can do. The only option we have, because y'all fucked up the market, it's oversaturated. Ain't no jobs and shit. You feel what I'm saying? All of us getting degrees to compete for a position. That goes to the motherfucker that didn't even work as hard as us. Because we're now overqualified. and that's the mind fuck right there. In the game of competition, when it comes to the real world, the motherfucker that wins, the motherfucker that didn't even try. Why? Because you can save money on the motherfucker that didn't try.